Eyes are done. I just did the video for you on that. Next up is skin. So we start with sunscreen. And I like my K-Beauty sunscreen, not just one line, 2 lines along your finger. Rub them in, pat it in, and put it everywhere. We do live in Florida. I do utilize sunscreen every day. I put it on as part of it. Even if your makeup products have SPF in them, it's good to double duty it. So notice too, I'm getting my face, I'm getting down my neck, I can get my chest and my ears. Next up, I'm trying a new technique that I saw on TikTok yesterday, and we're going to try that and see, but I'm using my Makeup Forever palette. It's one of the all-in-one palettes. So I'm using a lighter color and adding in some highlight lines. Next up is going to be some bronzer. Now, I'm a light complexion. I don't do heavy bronzer. It looks weird on me. So we're going to try this and see, just because I already have the palette in hand. So I'm doing the contour lines. All right, and I do both sides. I'm just not showing you both sides. I usually don't do a lot on my forehead, but, like I said, I saw the tutorial, so I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it and see. It was Mr. Makeup. Now I'm kind of picking up a little bit of everything, and I'm just dabbing it on. So it's basically working like underpainting, just not as heavy, right? And I'm trying to leave those areas alone that I just put in the highlight and the contour, and just kind of use this to fill in the rest of it. And notice it's more dabby, less brushy. Okay, so your brush techniques will matter based on what your goals are. I'm also going underneath my jawline, right? A little bit down your neck, depending on how it's going. You do kind of want to match. You can match your chest, you can match your neck. You don't want to have a white face and a dark neck. It look weird. Okay, going over, making sure everything is good. Okay, and again, matching. And that was to remind you. For blushes, they do have some cream brushes. I do like cream blushes, so I'm using the same brush and picking some up and adding it to where blush goes. That's where blush goes on me. So these are the cream products. What you do with cream then, so it doesn't slip, slide, and fall right off of your face, is you set it with powder. For the cream blush, guess what you can set it with? Powder blush. For the cream contour or bronzer, guess what you can set that with? Yeah, powder. And for the foundation, you can set it with translucent powder or a pink brightening powder or a banana powder or something like that, right? Or even powder foundation if you really want heavier coverage. So I'm just using this little brush here. Sometimes I'll use a bigger brush. Sometimes I'll use this smaller brush. I got new brushes in, so I want to get them used up. So when I wash my brushes this weekend, they can get added in for the rotation. You can also hit your smile lines. Remember how we did our under eyes? You want to get rid of the crease and powder it and see how it goes. So underneath your eyes, right? All that's done. Next is powder blush. Remember, we just talked about that. So this palette just came in from Ipsy in BoxyCharm. So adding in, I haven't used this too much. We'll see how I like this blush from Ofra. They have 2 different ones, and I do like it. I do burn pretty easy, so I know where I burn because I burned often. But my nose, my chin, on my forehead a little bit, I like to add some blush. For me, with my lighter complexion, it looks good. And then I'm adding a little bit of darker blush because it had 2 different shades. So I'm adding that right there, like to the outside of the blush area. And remember, when you're blending, you do want to blend it into your hairline. Blending is good, right? Don't have, here is your blush, here is the line where your blush ends. That wouldn't be good. And there's also a real pretty pink highlight. You see, I just picked it up there. Pick it up, one whack to get rid of any loose stuff. And then I'm adding the highlight. I'm adding it to the bridge of my nose. You can add it to your Cupid's bow. So right underneath your lip pout, however you want it. Before I did my skincare, I put a lip mask on. So that was me just wiping off the lip mask. I love these Makeup by Mario lip pencils. They are so good. They are one of my favorite lip pencils. So I'm outlining my lips. So you get in the bottom there, coming up. Notice I'm not coming up to the corner. I'm coming up to right inside the corner. So we're doing the outline for the bottom is where I start with, because for me it's easier. Then the top. Don't forget your little Cupid's bow V, right? And notice I'm not just outlining, I'm coming in. I like that I like having a lip pencil before the lipstick or gloss or whatever you're going to use. It just gives that more color, more foundation, you know, a better base. And then I'm going to blend it. I'm going to smush it together, smush it into my lips. Right, there we go. That's such a pretty color. I can clean up. That is, do you remember what that is? That's my concealer brush. So I can clean up around your mouth a little bit if you need to with your concealer brush. If you needed to add more, you could. It was just a little bit of cleanup, so I didn't need to do another. And then lipstick today, I'm going to do Makeup by Mario again. Love this shade. It's so pretty. Look at this. And you apply the lipstick. So I'm applying it, and then I'm going to press it together, and I'm going to blot it. I'm going to do that 3 times because, again, another TikToker that I listen to is like, do that. And lipstick doesn't seem to last on me very long. So I'm trying to try that and see how it goes. All right, so here comes the second helping, serving, awning, no, application. There you go. The second application of it, press together, blot, like I'm eating the Kleenex, but I'm not. I'm just blotting. And the third one. Now, highlighter's already on, eyes are done. I think that means I'm good to go. I just have to do my hair. Guess what video is coming up next? And blot. And looking good. Yay!